Let's have a look at the grid then, shall we, ahead of the final for round 8 of TitansRX then. So, pole position, Timmy Hansen. Alongside him, yesterday's winner, Topi Heikkinen. Row 2, Kevin Hansen and Craig Breen line up alongside one another. And then the third row of the grid, Gross Ejidin and Tamara Molinaro. That is a very tantalising lineup. And down towards that first corner, and over the course of the coming 7 laps, it is going to be very unpredictable here, Dan.
Yeah, very unpredictable. A lot of fast starters here on the grid, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see them all get away evenly, but it's going to be trying to squeeze those 6 cars into turn 1. Spoke to Andrew Jordan earlier, said it's very much a single line through there, so anybody left on the outside gets really stuck out there and aren't able to turn in, so everyone's going to be trying to hug in as tight as physically possible.
They certainly are. So 7 laps of action then, about to get underway. Wait for that ready to race board to be displayed. The revs rise, the anti-lag is on. Round 8 of TitansRX, the final here in the MJP Arena is underway. Good launch from Hansen, great start from Heikkinen off the front row as well. Keep an eye out for Kevin, he's on the inside as they come down towards turn 1. Kevin on the inside of Topi, he gets through into the race lead. Here comes Gross Ejidin, he's into 3rd place now ahead of Heikkinen. So he's through, but Heikkinen immediately tries to fight back. He sends it down the inside at turn 2 as Kevin is really sideways. Gross Ejidin is out wide and at the back of the grid after turn number 2. But Timmy now leads from Kevin. Here comes Breen as well. He's in 4th place and Topi into 3rd after all of that drama down to turn 1.
Not quite sure what happened to Gross Ejidin there. He seemed to be holding the line, then suddenly shot off straight in front, so that was bad luck by him. And the 2 Hansens, of course, this is probably the strategy they talked about. Kevin really tucking up close to Timmy off the start, and they held that inside line and pushed Topi Heikkinen out to dry.
Smoke pouring off the rear wheel of Timmy Hansen's car there as well, so clearly a bit of bodywork damage on the rear of his Pantera RX6. It's already been looking a bit second-hand, and Kevin's likewise looking the same here as well. And look at Topi Heikkinen, he's putting the pressure onto Kevin Hansen. He's found his way through, he's up the inside, they draw side by side through turn 2. Heikkinen goes through into 2nd place. What a move there from Topi Heikkinen. He's up now and he's going to try and close that gap down to Timmy Hansen.
Kevin Hansen's not going to like this, is he? He's had the pace all day, but Topi's somehow finding a way through, and you can see Kevin is all over his rear bumper. He's nearly touching him all the way through that corner. He's going to want to try and find a way through. He's looking to super late on the brakes on the penultimate corner there, but he can't quite find a door that's open.
Timmy's increasing that gap out in front as well as these two squabble amongst one another. 1.8 seconds it was at the end of lap 2. We're on the start of lap 3 now, and Heikkinen is going to have to drive out of his skin to close up to Timmy Hansen. Is it going to be a bit too little, too late there for Topi to close up on Timmy? Through the left-hander of turns 2 we go. Breen, he said he wasn't happy with his car setup here in the semi-finals, Dan, and well, he's not able to have an answer to the likes of Hansen and Heikkinen in front.
I don't know, it looks to me like he's keeping with them pretty well, but he wouldn't have had too much time to go back to the pits and change the setup, which he said he tried for the semi-final. So hopefully the boys have managed to get the car changed in time for that, and the car is back to Craig's liking.
Tamara Molinaro there in 5th position, Jerome Gross Ejidin sadly not circulating, so more bad luck come the final for Jerome. 2 finals he has qualified for, and sadly it doesn't look like he's going to finish either of them here at the MJP Arena. That'll be very disappointing indeed for him. Now, what is Heikkinen going to be able to do? It's down to 1.5 seconds. That gap has decreased by 0.3 of a second over that last lap. We're on lap 4 out of here. He's going to have to really try and invent something. Is Topi Heikkinen to close up onto the back and be in with a shout of lunging his way through against Timmy.
Yeah, and Kevin's dropping off the back of Topi as well, isn't he? Looks like he's coming into the clutches of Craig Breen, so it wouldn't surprise me if maybe there's something quite wrong with Kevin's car, because we're not quite seeing the pace we've seen from him all through the day today, so maybe some issues with the car for Kevin.
The clouds really beginning to loom overhead here now. The MJP Arena, it was sunny when we started, but it's looking a lot darker. I wonder if we might get a brief shower before the race ends. Look at that, sideways and completely flat out there from Craig Breen into the first corner. Well, he's having fun if nothing else, but he's not going to be doing that for too much longer, because he's not closing that gap up to Kevin by doing so.
No, I mean, it certainly looks good fun, isn't it? But it's definitely not the fastest way around turn 1 for Craig Breen, but yeah, he's going to need to tidy that up a little bit if he wants to get onto the back of Kevin.
The gap down now to 1.2 seconds between Hansen and Heikkinen for this race lead. Lap 5 out of 7 we are on. He's just not quite close enough at the moment, is Topi, to try and find his way through, and Timmy doesn't look like he's got the overall pace advantage, but he's got a good amount of speed in him and a good amount of advantage over the rest of the field. That gap sitting pretty much at a constant over that last lap or so. So unless Heikkinen can do something, unless he can force Timmy into making a mistake, or Timmy does make a mistake all by himself, I don't know if Heikkinen is going to be able to do this.
Yeah, he's going to have to try and find, 6-7 attempts through this lap, and then again on the next lap if he wants to try and make a lunge for Timmy on the last couple of corners, and I don't see that happening. You know, we know how fast Timmy Hansen is, and we know that he won't be making a sort of mistake which will allow Toppy to gain that sort of time.
There's a reason why Timmy is, of course, fighting for the World Championship as well as the TitansRX Series win here in 2019, and that is exactly what we're seeing. That gap has now increased up to 1.6 seconds here as we start the final lap at the MJP Arena, going through that long left-hander, so less than half a kilometre to go for Timmy Hansen, separating him from his third event win of 2019, which will draw him level with the number of event wins the man chasing him that Toppy Heikkinen has got. And it's been a very, very mature drive there from Timmy. Kept his nose clean into that first corner, was able to stretch out enough of an advantage whilst everybody else squabbled behind him, and that is exactly what he needed.
Yeah, exactly. Having the pole position was his advantage as well, and he able to just keep it out front and keep a clean race.
Timmy Hansen takes the win, and he wins round 8 of TitansRX here at the MJP Arena in Austria. Toppy Heikkinen comes home in second, and it's a Hansen podium in 1-3 with Kevin finishing in third as well. Craig Green finishes fourth, Tamara Molinaro in 5th position, and of course sadly Jerome Grosjean not making the checkered flag as far as I can see.
I think I can see him in the background there.
I think, yeah, you might actually be right there. So it's just a graphical error on our screen. So yes, he has made the finish there for Grosjean, and that is good to see for the Frenchman, but disappointing regardless to finish down in 6th position. A lot of potential there for Grosjean, but sadly not the room to be able to use it. Now, Timmy should be going off on his reconnaissance lap, but he's going to do a nice few celebratory donuts here at the MJP Arena as well.
Putting on a show for the crowd there. Fantastic, Timmy.
What a brilliant, brilliant drive from Timmy Hansen. His third event win of 2019